It's me, Nate, and I'm back. And you know what? I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what they say. Super Mario Odyssey sucks. And there ain't nothing out there that's going to make me play it. And there's nobody out there that will make me play that damn game. Do not resist! Your mind is mine!
Oh, God! Get out of my mind!
Stop the struggling, it just hurts some more.
Oh, God, it hurts so bad. Somebody help me.
I am in controller. It's me, Super Mario, your Italian stereotype. Come and join me on a wonderful adventure in Super Mario Odyssey. Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and this time I'm back for the third and final game review I am doing for a Broketober. It is Super Mario Odyssey. It was developed and published by Nintendo and was just released on October 27th of 2017 for the Nintendo Switch system, and it is the 16th title in the Super Mario game series, and it is a mostly open world platform game very similar to Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario 64, where you explore open worlds collecting power moons while using your sentient hat Cappy to take control of over 50 different characters and items to help you progress throughout the game's worlds. Now, you have a life bar, and it consists of 3 parts in your life bar, and when you die, you don't really lose a life. Since you don't have lives in this, you just end up losing 10 coins each time. So basically the coins are your lives now, and you can also get hearts and things that double the amount of your life bar, so it's not like strictly that you're just stuck with 3 of them throughout the game. Now, each of the game worlds has its own coin currency along with the gold coins that you collect that is used at the shops, which there should be 2 in each game world, to buy stuff like new outfits for Mario. And you can only use those currencies that are in each game world. So if you have one game currency, you can't take it to another game world. You have to spend it in that world to unlock the items. Now, you use an airship to travel throughout the worlds, and basically there are no real main hub to the game. It consists of all these different worlds that you explore with your airship, the Odyssey. And it does have a pretty cool co-op mode where the second player actually controls Cappy, which I actually thought was kind of dumb at first until I had a friend come over and we tried it out. And honestly, I absolutely love the co-op. I actually think it's so much better than single player because, one, you have a buddy who's helping you, and 2, one person controls Mario to jump and run around and butt stomp people, while the other person can use Cappy to hit enemies, collect coins and stuff like that. It's pretty dang cool. Now, also, being that this is a Nintendo game, of course it does support amiibos. In fact, they have certain new ones you can get strictly just for the game, including a Super Mario, a Princess Peach, and a Bowser in their wedding attire, and also there are other amiibos as well that will unlock certain moons and stuff like that. Now, roughly there's, give to take, I think 17 different worlds or kingdoms, as they're called, that you can go through in this game, and the biggest draw is the ability to where you can change Mario's outfits throughout the game. And there's a lot of them that you can collect. Some of them reference things all the way back from Mario Paint, and some of them are throughout the Mario universe of some of his outfits that they have, and there's new ones too. And for the first time in history, you can actually go around and have a bare-chested Mario, which is kind of creepy if you ask me. Now, another thing, since this is a Nintendo Switch game, it does have motion controls, and the game is meant to be played with the little controllers in your hands, the Joy-Cons in each of your hands, and not really in a game controller or on the system itself. You can play it on the system, and it does work fine, but there are certain moves, especially with Cappy, where it requires you to kind of flick your Joy-Cons in a certain direction to get them to do that, and it doesn't seem to work exactly as well if it's docked on the system or if it's on the game controller. If you have them separated in your hands, it seems to work best. Now, this game does have a fairly decent photo mode as well too, which allows you to have a free-form moving camera to angle it to take your right photographs in order to add stickers and effects and then upload them to where other people can see. It's pretty cool. Now, like I said, the main draw of this game is the fact with Cappy, he possesses enemies and items, and most of the enemies and the items that you possess serve a purpose to help you get through the puzzles throughout each of the game worlds. Like you can stack up Goombas to reach a higher ledge. If you possess a frog, you can use it to super jump. If you possess a Cheep Cheep, it allows you to swim underwater and get to areas you couldn't if you were just swimming as Mario. And you can also possess some things as well that make no sense, like giant blocks of meat, which it does come into play in the luncheon meat world, but all in all, it was kind of creepy and weird. Now, of course, your Odyssey ship, if you notice, is shaped like a hat, and I'm not going to get into any sort of details and spoil the game at all for you, but to give you a basic rundown, the story is Peach is kidnapped by Bowser and is pretty much forcing her to marry him, and you got to go and save the day and stop it before it happens. Now, a lot of these levels have very dynamic day and night cycles and weather effects, which is also a first for the series, and most of the game levels consist of you exploring around, talking to NPCs, doing like little side quests, like collect my 3 sheep here, do this there, to get power moons, and that's the main draw of the game, is to get power moons, because the more moons you get, the more you can power up your ship, the Odyssey, which allows you to get the farther and farther away worlds. And that's pretty much the whole basic idea behind the game. Now, it does have some really neat things involving it as well, while the side-scrolling missions are really interesting. You'll come across these, like the classic tubes that you can jump into, and it will take you into a 8-bit style side-scrolling game. And these can take place from anything on walls, ceilings, and even floors underwater. And they allow you to go back to the classic 8-bit style Mario with 8-bit music and everything, and go around collecting coins. And they're pretty much used as the way to get through to an area and also find more moons as well. Now, your moves consist of all kinds of the standard issue stuff: jumps, double jumps, spins, butt blasts, wall jumps, and also the new addition with Cappy is the hat that you can throw out as a projectile and also use it as a jumping platform. Now, there are a couple mounts in the game, and one of them early on you get is a lion. You can go through, and Yoshi is in the game, but he is not a mount. He is a possessable creature that you can come across later in the game when you actually unlock a mission called Darker Side of the Moon, which requires over 500 moons before you can even get to that. Now, in total, it will only take you roughly 120 moons to be able to reach the final level and beat Bowser and beat the game, which can take you only up to around 10 hours to do. Now, keep in mind, though, after you beat the game, a bunch of new options open up, a bunch of new objectives open up, the bosses come back, you can fight again, and there's new moons you can collect for a total of a whopping over 800 moons to collect total to get 100% complete with this game. Now, keep in mind, there are also side quests as well, including little mini games like RC cars, racing by running, jump ropes, and more throughout the game. So it does have quite a bit of stuff involved with it. Now, the handheld mode, when I played it, seems a little odd because when you're playing it docked, I think it runs somewhere around 900p to 720p, and in handheld mode it's 720 but kind of goes down to 640 when you're moving around, and it does have some frame droppage, but nothing that really detours from the game as a whole. In fact, it's like I said, some dips here and there in frames per second, but the game is totally stable. And since it is a cartridge, there really is no real sort of load times. I think like 5 seconds or less in load times, which, when you get used to playing, Blu-ray disc games and stuff, it's a drastic shift to actually have almost instantaneous loading. It's really, really nice. Now, the other thing that I have to point out is later on in the game, you can go to these stores if you need more moons, and you can buy moons, and they'll cost you about 100 coins each to buy more moons. It's not really a good way to actually get moons in the game, And in the end, it won't take you much to get through and beat this game, but like I said, it does open up a bunch of new worlds and stuff afterwards to play through. So even though you beat it, you can still go back and play it even more. And in the end, it is a charming, challenging, and most importantly, a wonderful adventure, well worth the wait. It is definitely a system seller. It is a fantastic game. I can't necessarily say it's a perfect game, not a 10 out of 10, but it's damn close. This is definitely going to be a Game of the Year contender, no doubt. Like I said, it is a fantastic game. It's a fantastic Mario game, and so far you have to give it credit where credit is due. The Nintendo Switch, it really is pumping out some really decent original Nintendo titles for it, and hands down, this is a fantastic game. I just cannot say it more than enough. If you have a Switch, if you do not have this game yet, it is a definite must buy. This is not one I even say wait for a cheaper price. It is worth the price, even at the minimum 10-hour time it takes to beat it the first time. You'll still get way more than $60 worth of enjoyment out of this. This is a system seller, so if you do not have a Nintendo Switch, you can go and get a Nintendo Switch Super Mario Odyssey bundle. And here's the thing though, here's a little catch they won't tell you. It doesn't actually come with a physical copy of the game. It comes with a digital download of the game, and the Joy-Cons are both like Mario Red. That's really the only difference with it besides the box art that it's packaged in. So just pay attention to that. So if you're wanting to pick up a Nintendo Switch, you can get the Nintendo Switch Super Mario Edition. Just remember, it does not come with a physical copy of the game. This was Nate, aka Double Dog, and I want to say thank you for everyone who subscribes to my channel. I want to say thank you for everyone who watches this video. And of course, as you see right up here in the corner of the screen, this arrow, I'm going to leave another link up here. It's been up here the whole video to take you to my contest I'm currently having, where I'm giving away a Nintendo Switch system, a Fallout 4 Game of the Year version with a Pip-Boy, and a Super Nintendo Classic System, and a full-size Gallahorn replica from Destiny. Click there, go to the video, watch the video so you can figure out how to enter it for your chance to win those great prizes. This has been one hell of a great month of October. Once again, there's a reason why I call it Broketober, and I'm going to end it like this, like I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.